Children's Arena plays host to the Arena Lacrosse League today. The Six Nations Snipers still looking for their first win of the season. They come in with an 0-6 record. On the other side of the ledger, it's the Whitby Steelhawks in white, 6-1. I'm Matthew Carrick alongside the JVI Sports Network as we present Arena Lacrosse League action from here in Oshawa. Early movement from Matthew Boisano as him and Kanori Sugihara, two of the better face-off specialists in the league, went head-to-head on the first one. Long outside shot. That one hits Caleb Martin, who gets the start here today. A 3-0 record for Martin. Another shot from the outside. That one Chayton King. And then quickly, Martin looking up for Liam Osborne on the run. His shot gets through the legs of Dustin Hill, who gets the call for the Snipers. And already 1-0 here. The captain and the starting netminder for Whitby connecting for the opening goal. 21 seconds into the quarter. Sugihara and Boisano again, this time for real, and Sugihara wins it. The pass back intended for Rod Squire got away from him. Ben Wittich had to pick Boisano out of the way. Now Andrew Vredenberg into the trailer on the doorstep, the quick shot, and Caleb Martin saw that. However, it's stolen back, and Dalen Hill, just like that, will tie things up. 49 seconds into this quarter. It is a 1-1 score between the Snipers and the Steelhawks. A rare non-face-off take for Matthew Boisano there. Still won by the Steelhawks, though, as they set up one of the more powerful offenses in the Arena Lacrosse League. Good child to Jeff Fernandez, who bounces it in. Tyler Goodchild finds Jeff Fernandez on the crease, and his bouncer restores the lead. Goals coming fast and furious to start this game. Movement on the Whitby side of the face-off now. Will hand it off to the Snipers. Mitch Zulian, a recent trade acquisition from the Toronto Monarchs, slotting in today. Wes Whitlow, he'll pass back up top for Chayton King. Had Martin guessing low. Shot went high and actually rang the crossbar before heading into the short rafters here at Children's Arena. They give Devin Pfeiffer an assist on the goal. Chayton King's going to duck under coverage onto the crease, and he'll score. Chayton King already showing that he's going to be a big part of this offense here today for the Snipers, getting the first couple shots and now a goal. So Adam Peroni out, Matthew Boisano back in. Boisano wins it cleanly and quickly down to Nikolai Ferris, who scores. Already 3-2, not 2 minutes into this game. Boisano wins another faceoff. Down to the outside, cutting through is Jean Leclerc. That one just bounced off his stick, picked up by the Snipers. As Ben Wittich will run in, sidearm shot, got blown up afterwards, but still manages to tie this game. And again, still haven't hit the 2-minute mark. 6 goals, 3 per side. Boisano again, a clean face-off win. As we said, one of the better face-off takers in the Arena Lacrosse League, outside to Ferris. Scored the most recent Whitby goal. Has scored a ton of them on the season as well. That was his 18th for number 32. Ball to the outside. Swim move from Cole Lidstone. Now gets taken down. Ball rolls near the outside boards. Brett Harrison there to pick up. 2 on the shot clock. Had to rush it. And with Travis Stotts chasing him from behind, that one stripped the ball free. Josh Miller. 21 points for Miller, one of the top points getters. Mishandled that pass from Vredenberg. Ball was down, picked up, and quickly back the other way. Riley McKinnon going to lead the rush from the wrong side. The shot handled by Dustin Hill. And he'll pass it back to his sniper teammate, Riley Hess. Gets driven to the outside boards. Ty Argent, the Argent shining helmet. Comes Hamley. Shot just wide and bounced up into the rafters here, and will go for a sniper's ball. By the way, the 3 officials, Mark Sands is the crew chief. Out there with Mark Smith and Delaney DuPont. I think Mark Sands pulling double duty today as Oshawa Outlaws, Oswegan Bears also on the docket. Argent back up top on the crease, and at the mercy of Wes Whitlow there was Caleb Martin, who was down and out, and Whitlow, it was academic, the first lead of the game for the Snipers. So Peroni and Sugihara. Sugihara winning it. Ball comes to the outside, and look out there, Cody Hamley looked up and saw a hit coming. Hamley brings it back. Pass to the far side now. Big chop onto the gloves of Colton Lindstrom. Goodchild has it back. Goodchild will pass to the cutter. It was Fernandez. That ball just bouncing away over to the far side. Chandler Allen starting the counterattack with Dalen Hill. Has one of the 4 goals already in this game. 7 by the 2 teams combined as this shot goes off Caleb Martin to the outside. Scooped by Brent Longboat, but right up and over the glass. 10.5 to play here in the first quarter. Scheduled for 15 minutes if you're new to the Arena Lacrosse League. Basically playing NLL rules the entire way. Argent back for Whitlow. 2 points now for Whitlow as that shot tries to go through the defender, and it'll bounce up into Whitby's bench. Argent didn't agree with it, but Trent Boyd does get the restart. 7 goals from 7 different goal scorers here in the opening 5 minutes. Lidstone will leave it here, cutting through Pfeiffer. Devin Pfeiffer got Dustin Hill off his feet, collapsing over top of that ball to make sure it didn't cross the line. We have played the first 5 minutes now of the quarter, as the goal scoring seems to have settled down, at least for the time being. Here's Longboat. Brent Longboat cross floor halfway through the shot clock. It'll be back up top. Big load up from Dalen Hill. And look out, Whitby trying to corral this at center. If they do, they've got Peroni behind everybody. But it took just enough time for him to catch up. Speaking of catching up, that was Highland. Queen Highland coming in to catch up to the play. His shot turned into transition the other way. Longboat with it off the Martin save. To the outside. Rod Squire around a screen. Now the low shot. That's Josh Miller putting it into the feet of Martin. Caleb Martin finds Ferris on the run. Ferris, one of the 3 goal scorers for Whitby, is looking for Pfeiffer. And interference call over there against the Steelhawks will give Six Nations a chance. Nearly picked off there at center, but Liam Osborne recovers. And the save from Hill goes up and into the screening. Despite 6 straight losses to open this season, 12.3 is the average goals scored by this Snipers team. A minus 19 goal differential as well. Boyd working the pick and roll. Return pass, bouncing just wide of the mark. Only 8 seconds to get it over. They were close. Was Tatum Sky, but he'll leave for Ty Argent now. Argent doubling back, looking for help. It's coming off the bench in the form of Longboat. Although shot clock down to 10. Tried to rush the pass down to the crease. And Whitby will take it back. Peroni hustling. Takes the shot and scores. Straight down Main Street for Adam Peroni, and we're tied up again. At the halfway mark of the quarter, the officials will take a timeout. We're about 16 seconds away from that mark. And we are tied 4-4. Boisano and Sugihara. Looked like Boisano moved early, and they're just going to do a redo. Sugihara pulled it through his legs. It's picked up by Pfeiffer. Devin Pfeiffer and Parker Pfeiffer sit 1 and 2 in league points as we close in on the midway point of the season. Pass will come back up top. No shot for Pfeiffer. Now he does take one. Hill makes the save. And look out here as Goodchild jumped the route, taking it away from Vandenberg. Steelhawks offense setting up again. Straight through the middle. What a cutback move on the finish from Trent Boyd. Lead will go back to Whitby here. Already the third lead change of the first half of this first quarter. And as the ball bounces away from Travis Stotts, it does take us into the officials' timeout. Buckle up. It's going to be a good one between. Whitby takes over. It's Jeff Fernandez. Familiar with this area and the color green. Big two-hander. Hits off Lidstone. All officials allow that. As now Harrison has to recover the ball on the near side. 10 left on the shot clock. Whitby release. Hill with the save. Has an outlet. Does get it down to Nick Nigro, but had to wait half a second, almost allowing Quinn Highland to catch up. Did force Martin into a save, however, so as Josh Miller picks up, it's a reset. And Miller looking to steer away from a double team. Ball pops free, and it's going to go over center. Osborne runs into it. No over and back. The shot instead scores. That's 2 in transition for the Steelhawks captain, and a 2-goal lead at 6-4. Osborne had Gillespie with him, elected to take the shot, and it turns out to be a good decision, as now the lead is up to 2. Mitch Zulian. Back to Rod Squire. Squire will wait for the change to complete. Now to the outside boards. Over the top, Ty Argent, no shot. Gonna go down into the corner, shot clock down to 6, as it is finally released by Zulian. And gets through everybody and into the back of the net. So Peroni Sugihara on the face-off, won by Whitby. Nearly passed back over the line. Goodchild will settle down. By the way, the second meeting of the season between these two teams. First one was a Whitby 13-10 victory. We're already halfway there on both sides. There's still 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Lidstone trying to return it back to the cutting Trent Boyd. He thought he was held on to. And we'll get a scrum for the loose ball over on the near boards. Cody Hamley in there. And they'll just wait it out in time for the shot clock violation. Andrew Fredenberg. Leaving it up top for Josh Miller. He'll turn the corner, looking for the return pass of Fredenberg. Now Gillespie on him on the outside boards. 10 of the shot clock. Snipers from in behind the net. Longboat. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass. Picked up. Nice nifty move from Josh Miller. Didn't get the shot on net, and Longboat won't have time to turn and fire as 30-second expires. 5 minutes to play in a wild first quarter. 6-5. Here's the lead for Whitby. Robinson to Ferris. Got pushed outside, and now the shot from him, like off balance shot from McGregor, did get through to Dustin Hill, who makes the save. Harrison. He'll go to the outside. Fernandez through the middle, screen coming. No room to run, however, so Fernandez gets it back. His sidearm off the foot of Dustin Hill. After a bit of trouble picking up, Chandler Allen does get the possession back for the Snipers. Argent already halfway through the shot clock from the Snipers as they now complete the change. Big screen in front of Argent. He returns the pass back to the near side. Look out, the ball is down right in front of Osborne again, but Rod Squire there to get it back. Argent shot hits off Martin, enough to reset. And Dalen Hill will come back and get the rebound too, but only briefly. Osborne all over him. The shovel pass up to John Weller, who's all alone and scores. Make no mistake, that play was put together by Liam Osborne. Rushing after the loose ball, forcing the turnover, pushing it ahead, and then Weller with the finish to make it 7-5. Peroni and Sugihara again. A couple big whacks in there from Peroni as Sugihara was trying to trap it. Now pass down towards the corner. Cody Hamley, too far for him. Look out, ball bouncing as Martin was out of the crease. And Zulian couldn't bring it down either, which means Whitby. And Goodchild will be able to run it out. Goodchild dodges the double team. Into the corner on the far side. Now it comes back. Cutting through, Boyd over the shoulder. His second is a beauty. It's also going to signal a change in net for the Snipers. Dustin Hill is out. Jackson Longboat coming in with 3:09 to go. Largest lead of the game for either side. Whitby up 8-5. It's Boisano back to take the draw. Wins it straight forward and then diving to push it in the direction of Devin Pfeiffer. Ferris for Lidstone. Lidstone works around a screen. Hard shot off the end boards. And Fernandez chops it free. Picked up by Ferris. And here you will welcome Longboat to the game. Somewhat reminiscent of the first quarter last night between Toronto and Brampton. No spoilers if you haven't seen it. Be sure you're subscribed here. You can catch that one in its entirety, as well as Oshawa Outlaws, Oswegan Bears coming up later today, and then a good matchup on Sunday, Timbermen Rivermen. If you're watching this before Sunday, February the 5th. Outside shot from Chayton King, bounces off the foot of Martin. In front of Whitby's bench, Argent taken down hard. The double team there of Hamley, and can't see who the second guy is, Peroni. Putting in work over there on Ty Argent. Closing under the 2-minute warning. 4-goal lead here for Whitby, as they have come fast and furious in this first period. Harrison's low shot, deflected by Riley Hess. Good time stick check there, but still back in the stick of Whitby. They did reset the shot clock. Ferris sitting on a pair of goals. He'll go to Lidstone. Lidstone, no shot, all the way up top. Boyd lets one rip, and Longboat makes the save. However, Ferris there to pick up the rebound and get another 30 seconds. Couple big whacks through the middle. Now Boyd trying to work through, and then McGregor with a man all over him. Doesn't like it, as there's some shoving in front of the crease between him and, I believe that's Riley Hess. Couple one-on-one battles on that last offensive set. Quinn Highland, Scott Edwards, both chasing the ball carrier. In down low, it moves back for Argent. All that did was clear space, but Steelhawks recovered nicely to block the shot from up top. Squire to Argent. Only a couple ticks left on the shot clock. Argent doesn't realize and has to put it down with Riley McKinnon all up in his face. Wazano, Fernandez. Good child. He'll give it back to double sevens, who shoots around a screen looking low on Longboat. And Jackson Longboat covers up over the top to make the save. Stotts running out up to mid-floor. Argent. Extra step, going to go to the crease here and score. Will tie Argent. Third point of the quarter for Ty Argent is the goal. Sniffed a lane and took it hard to the cage to narrow the gap back to 3. 9-6 Steelhawks up on the Snipers. Another clean face-off win here for Boisano. Stepping up for the screen was Devin Pfeiffer. He passes across to Ferris now. 15 seconds left to go in the period. Caleb Martin headed to the bench. Lidstone with the ball. Out Fernandez. Quick stick. Harrison had to double clutch just a little bit, and that allowed Longboat to come over and make the save. But what a first period. Goals aplenty. 9-6 for the Steelhawks. And this will be the quick change period when we come back for quarter number 2. Jackson Longboat remaining in the net for the Snipers to start quarter number 2. Caleb Martin still for the Steelhawks after two teams combined to score 15 points. 15 goals, in 15 minutes. Liam Osborne wants to keep the stretch alive. Falls from his face. Oh! Hat trick completed in style. Boisano, another clean face-off win. Peroni took a bunch of draws in that first period, but they've gone back to Boisano, and he's won about 5 or 6 straight now. Outside Fernandez, comes back. Pfeiffer turns and shoots. Looked like the shot surprised Longboat. Went wide of the mark though. As Lidstone's back with it. Pfeiffer trying to pass to the corner. Intercepted by Stotts. And Travis Stotts slow things down, now giving to Argent. Outside corner, hard shot there. Didn't get through traffic. Went up out of play, and they're going to keep it with the snipers. And actually, we'll talk about it. Well, Mark Sands and Delaney DuPont, and now they're going to say it went off a snipers player. Quickly restarted. Gillespie had a man on the crease, but couldn't find him. Brett Harrison. And now Riley Hess will slow things down. Hess backing away from coverage. Out to the far side. No room to shoot for Chayton King, who just turns the corner, and low marker off the foot of Caleb Martin. King did enough to get the reset. Chayton King with a goal. This first period. Big high step from Argent. That shot hits off the leg of the defender. Now Dalen Hill. Back across, over the shoulder shot. Hits face mask of Martin. Stood in and ate it all the way up for Darius Anderson. On the crease, Trent Boyd. Sitting on a pair of goals. Fernandez. He'll put it down to the corner. Running shot, Harrison off a body. Up out of play. That one a sniper one for sure. And now Fernandez. From the fresh 30 seconds, over to Lidstone. Boyd, Lidstone. Sidearm shot. Longboat to save. And we've played almost 2.5 minutes here in the second quarter. Just one goal so far in the period, which is not unusual, but I mean, there were already 6 at this point in that first. From way outside, rebound picked up, full splits from Martin, makes the third save too on Radenberg. Quickly in transition, Osborne found Boisano, tried to get the return pass across, did Goodchild. Yeah, Goodchild run over. Rebound will be picked up by the Steelhawks with 20 left in their shot clock. Tevin Pfeiffer, room to run, decides not to do so. Now tucks. He'll go back to the corner for Lidstone instead. Cutter behind the play was Harrison. Pfeiffer, long way from his correct side, still tried to rush the shot, and then from the side of the net, they do get enough to reset the shot clock. Hidden ball play here. Harrison faking like he's got it. It's over in the stick of Peroni on the run. His sidearm shot hits the end boards and will bound all the way down the floor. Wes Whitlow. Martin was down after the save, wasn't sure where it was, thought it was in his pads, and snipers had it, but ball carrier had run through the crease before picking up. What a move here as the shot from McKinnon sails high over top of the crossbar. Argent. Back the other way, Zulian coming in to throw a big screen. Rod Squire shot from outside off a body. And then Martin handles the return. Boisano working past the screen. He'll find Osborne in the corner off the bench. Comes Fernandez. Gets his own rebound. Boisano still out there. That pass to the far side intended for Ferris. Just too high. Closing in on 5 minutes gone here in the quarter. 10-6. The score in favor of the Steelhawks. Vredenberg brings it down far side. A couple side steps in for Josh Miller. For one of the Snipers players, I think, touchdown in the crease. So we'll go back the other way with Perotti. As Ferris off the bench, he's shot enough to hit Longboat. Lidstone forced out to the outside boards, bouncing ball through the middle. And Harrison picked up and let a quick shot go. It was wide mark. Cheaton King, look out there as that ball is in between the wickets of Martin. Collapsed over the top just in time. Back the other way. It's Osborne in transition, scores for number 4. Liam Osborne is about to have a monster afternoon. Already 4 goals with 9.5 to play in the second quarter. Perotti, Sugihara. Sugihara won it, then got a two-hander from Peroni, and Sugihara put the end of the face-off twig into the midsection of Peroni. So we'll play 4-on-4 offsetting slashing penalties, although there's 5 up on the side of the Snipers. Here's Boyd passing to the far side. That's going to upset Darcy Palace even more. Not their guy. Sugihara should have got off scot-free, and he's taken every single draw, so with 5 minutes in the box. They've given Martin an assist. Harrison. So 5 minutes for butt ending to Sugihara. You get a slashing penalty over on the Six Nations side as well, as the officials try and keep a lid on it. To Whitby, number 23, on 12 and 2 minutes for slashing. 10 of those penalties, 5-34. The first power play for either side coming up here. It'll go to Whitby, who are running at a 47% to just a 35% kill rate for the Snipers. Pfeiffer behind the back. They'll go across to Goodchild. About a 3/4 release angle there on that shot, and right into Longbow. Zulian across center. Snipers have to be careful with only 3 players allowed on the floor right now. Argent fakes the outside shot, cuts the corner on Gillespie and scores. Ty Argent shorthanded. Speaking of players poised for a big game, stutter step around Gillespie, and then the dive from Argent. 4 points already in the game, including a pair of goals. One of them is Shorty. Nick Nigro in to take that face off. Had to actually retrieve the face-off stick from Sugihara in the penalty box. Out there with it now on defense after another Boisano win. Boyd towards Pfeiffer on the crease. Behind his back to the left side. Boyd again, Pfeiffer. All kinds of ball movement. It's finally in the back of the net. So up to 12-7 now in favor of Whitby. Back to 4-on-4 for another 15 seconds, and then it'll be 3 minutes of major power play time coming up for the Steelhawks. Piper cuts around his man, no time to take flight as he crossed over the top of the crease. A couple ticks away from the officials' timeout as well. Mike McLaughlin. He'll slow it down. Giving to Longboat to the outside. Josh Miller being kept at bay. Behind his back down in the corner. Run over through the middle was Wes Whitlow, and the arms are up again. That'll do it for Whitby's power play. With 2:37 left in the major penalty, we'll sort it all out on the other side of this official's timeout. So penalty to the Steelhawks here. Send us back 4-on-4 with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. 12-7 the lead for Whitby. Ty Argent up top for King. A bouncer gets through everything and scores. Jayton King's second of the game. Argent will pick up his 5th point as that gap closes back to 4 again. Boisano to face McLaughlin, and Boisano wins it. A reminder that Sugihara is in the penalty box for another 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Lidstone down the near side. Goodchild has Ferris off the bench. Now Boyd. Halfway through the shot clock. Boyd giving back here to Lidstone. He turns back. Boyd has it again. Pass to Goodchild. Boyd coming in, fake low, went high, and Longboat went with all the moves to make the save. Vredenberg taking it out of the corner, had it stripped just inside a half. Stotts and Anderson got tied up, and now interference on the side of Whitby with Anderson taking Stotts all the way to the outside boards. Riley Hess to Argent. One-on-one on the near side. Turning back on Hamley. Argent has a man up top. That shot partially blocked. It rolls into Martin, who immediately looks up floor, finding Quinn Highland, who puts the brakes on. Trailing was Hamley. His shot over top of the net. Argent with it back. Will cross center. 30 seconds of 4-on-4 time remaining before the Whitby penalty will expire, and they'll go back to the power play. They've had Sugihara in the box for a major penalty for butt ending, but haven't been able to capitalize, as 2 penalties of their own have basically negated that major man advantage. Pfeiffer now to the outside. This is a power play with 4 on the shot clock. And Pfeiffer shoots it through everything, and we'll see what they do here, because this is the major penalty on the board. But Devin Pfeiffer has goal number 9 on the season. Point number 45. So with 30 seconds remaining in Sugihara's penalty, that means that Wes Whitlow takes the draw. Another win for Boisano. And 20 seconds of power play time remaining. Ferris cross to Pfeiffer. Down in the corner, wheeling over the top of McGregor. Pfeiffer still with it. 10 on the shot clock. Lidstone to Pfeiffer behind the back. Lidstone has it, sidearm, just missed the short side. This will bounce over and back as finally the Snipers get their main face-off taker back. Half-hearted argument for a delay game call there. Chayton King shooting through traffic, making his bid for the hat trick, which fairly certain will come at some point in this game. Pfeiffer down the boards, closing it on 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. 13-8 Whitby. A flurry of goals for the first half of the first quarter. Pfeiffer taken down, and the penalty coming back to the Snipers. Under 4 to play here in the second quarter after the penalty call. Darcy Paulus electing to call the timeout as well. Teams have 2 to use, 1 per half. And Pfeiffer will rip here on the power play. Officially the 3rd power play of the game for Steelhawks, scoring twice already. Pfeiffer takes top spot, goes through Ferris. Now to Goodchild in the corner. All on the left side so far. Play call comes, and it'll be Boyd circling through the middle on the crease. Got the return pass there for Pfeiffer. Lidstone wants it. The no look comes and partially deflected as it's shot up and into the rafters. Big stick check on the ball carrier, Chandler Allen, who came across center. LeClaire with him. LeClaire continues. Pop slashes. Allen still with it, trying to beat the double team. Hamley slides over to help. Ended up popping the ball free, but illegally did so, and it'll be a slashing call here against the Steelhawks, who will give up a power play with a penalty for the 3rd time already in the game. So we're back to 4-on-4 for another 50 seconds right now. Started outside with Rod Squire. Faking high, going low. The shot in the goal from Dalen Hill. So that makes it 13-9. Hill has a pair. And the Snipers have scored shorthanded and twice, 4-on-4. Sugihara's first face-off in quite some time. Same result, though, as Boisano wins it. Harrison taken down at the hands of Nigro. Rolled it back blindly and right to possibly the worst guy you could give it to, and Devin Pfeiffer. Sends everyone behind the glass ducking for cover, as that one was well wide of everything. Pfeiffer being worked over on his way off the bench. Still trying to get there. Ball up in a stick of Chayton King on the run. Sidearm and got close to Martin there, but not close enough for anyone in Whitby jersey to do anything about it. There's Osborne on the run again. That time the shot off the leg of Longboat. It's now a Snipers power play. Up top for Dalen Hill. Hat-trick watch in effect for number 14, as it is a couple players, including Ty Argent and Chayton King. Eddie Farid clears center to the swim move, gets it past the restraining line as well. Final 90 seconds here of the first half. 13-9, Whitby has control. Trying to kill off the last 25 seconds of their first penalty kill of the game. Penalty kill that's running at one of the tops in the league, 65%. Although the Snipers' power play looking pretty good at 52. Ty Argent has a man off the bench. Chayton King went circling the crease, got buried after the shot at Martin saved. Pass up to McKinnon. Boisano was down floor. He leads the league, by the way, with 3 shorthanded goals, does number 22. McKinnon. A bouncer to the outside boards. We are back 5-on-5. Had to count bodies there for a second. With Whitby putting it back into the corner for Goodchild. He turns and shoots past the screen late in the clock. 24 left to go in the half. Remember, Six Nations used their timeout already, but they'll slow it down with Longboat coming to the bench. Or will they? Arjun, I don't think, is aware of it as he shoots over the back. Now to the crease, and it bounced out of the stick of Wes Whitlow. Martin picks it up. 8 seconds left to go. Osborne had eyes for the long bomb. Gonna run it in himself. Turns back on Squire. Still tries the bouncer, and that'll do it for a first half. So the scoring calmed down a little bit after that first quarter, but it's still 13-9 for Whitby. Going for their 7th win to secure first place through the first half of the season. Second half action comes your way next from Children's Arena in Oshawa. You're watching the Arena Lacrosse League on the JVI Sports Network. Battle for this opening face-off of the second half. 13-9 the score for Whitby after a wild start. The scoring calmed down through that second quarter. (4-3) Whitby still winning the second frame. As it's Martin remaining in the net. Jackson Longboat back down the other way. Needs to be tested early. It's Osborne again in transition. Off the arm of Longboat. Rebound comes back for Ferris. And Lidstone will slow it down. Good child for Ferris. He faked the cut. Osborne setting the screen for Lidstone. Ferris back across to Lidstone, looking for Boyd, who was cutting through. And they couldn't connect. Now it's Osborne with a sidearm shot that hits the end boards right as the shot clock sounds. So good defensive stand right out of the chute here. And a bit more jump in the step of the Snipers, even off that opening face-off. You can see the intensity over on their sideline is picked up as they try and get their first win of the season. Jayden King around the corner. Shot there on Martin. Rebound falls at his feet. Picked up by Osborne. The outlet pass intended for Quinn Highland. Cleanly intercepted by Whitlow. Big screen takes Hamley to the floor. And now Highland may have transition opportunity again. He's going to slow down, needing a change though. Jeff Fernandez in front. Ball circles all the way around the net. It's Pfeiffer. Turns and shoots. That one goes off of Riley Hess into the corner. Fernandez couldn't bring it down, and 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. And we may get back-to-back 30-second violations here. Indeed we do, against Whitby. Rod Squire and the Snipers yet to capitalize on this defensive stand here to start this third quarter. Down on the crease, Argent trying to change that, and Martin able to stand his ground. 2.5 gone in the period. Peroni dropping off here to Goodchild. We got Stott staring him down. Now finds the cutter over the shoulder. Dunk attempt there from Boyd. Stolen away by Stotts. Travis Stotts collides with Gillespie, who hopped off that Whitby bench, and then ball popped free and rolled right into the crease of Martin. Weller will leave here for Fernandez. Waiting for the change to complete with Harrison. And now finally Pfeiffer. Lidstone in through the middle. Devin Pfeiffer drags through over the shoulder. Shot hit off the defender just before he was hauled down to the turf. Kanuri Sugahara Play it back for Argent. Now a bouncer back to the far side. Longboat, the last one to change, has a cannon if he can unload. Had it all rocked up and then got his shot partially blocked. Boyd on the run. Just missed the pass. Otherwise, he was home free, headed for the crease. With help from Highland on the near side as well. Highland back to play defense now on Argent. Ty Argent all the way back up top, Rod Squire. Now they go to the far boards. Shot through traffic, Dalen Hill. And Highland having words with Argent. Already one penalty here. Argent and Dalen Hill trying to kind of keep each other out of the play. As the power play is coming up here to the Snipers. Unsuccessful on their first attempt. Although, again, running at over 50% on the season. It's a slashing call against Quinn Highland. And the Snipers go to work. Chayton King quickly. They go over to Longboat. King on the crease. Martin made the save. And a second one as Longboat got it back. Boisano had eyes for the shorthanded breakout. Again, league leader with 3 shorties. But instead, it's the Snipers setting up one more time. Whitlow got it to the far side. This one bounces out, and Boisano does indeed break free. Gets to the ball first to negate the over and back. And we'll pass back here to Ferris, whose shot is on Longboat. Rebound didn't quite get away. Boisano and Whitlow had words all the way through that set. Now Ferris the steal and the goal. Four spot now for Nikolai Ferris, who got the strip and the shorty to make it 14-9. Five minutes gone in the quarter. Peroni in to take the face-off, and Sugihara won it cleanly back to Vredenburg. Argent to Squire. Power play unit back out there for 50 seconds. Up top, Josh Miller. Back to Squire. That bounced off a body where it's picked up here by Weller. John Weller will slow it down. Rod Squire coming up. Play defense on him. Will now do the same to Goodchild. Forming a double team close to that over and back line. Lidstone trying to work his way through traffic now. A sidearm shot on the run. Hits off the face mask of Longboat. The official with a check there after he saw Longboat trying to shake the cobwebs a little bit. Dying seconds of this Snipers power play. In danger of going 0 for 2 so far on the day, and indeed they will. Argent into the corner. Longboat gets away from him into the crease of Martin. Penalized players back out there and was behind everybody, but now Chayton King back the other way. Goes through the crease. Looked like the corner was there if the shot got through. As Hamlet will bring it back. Harrison to the outside. 8.5 to go in the third. Fernandez gets around a screen and fires off the pipe. Rebound picked up by Mitch Zulian. We'll slam the brakes and back towards center. Josh Miller. Up top for Argent, now out of the corner. Bit of a stutter step and close to Martin. All the officials will come through. Not much of a response from Whitby, though. Well, they do call it goalie interference, however. On Dalen Hill. So a 2-for-3 power play coming in. Steelhawks, however, pretty much every time they've had that man advantage have taken a penalty of their own to put us 4-on-4 in this game. Wide shot off the end boards. Rebound up for grabs. It falls back into the stick of Boyd, but still on the shot clock. That's down to 5 seconds. Pfeiffer to Lidstone. They need a shot. They get one, and it's a goal from Trent Boyd. With 1 second left on the shot clock, Trent Boyd completes the hat trick on the power play and stretches the lead to 15-9 as we're in officials' timeout territory here in the third quarter. On to Goodchild on the crease, he scores. And Pfeiffer will pick up another assist, give him 5 points. Sugiura won the faceoff, then ate a Peroni two-hander. Now Zulian wheels back. It's Whitlow. Whitlow closing in on 7 to play in the quarter. Over the shoulder shot, 16-9 the score. Zulian close to the over and back line, but stayed clear of it the entire time, despite the best efforts of the Whitby defense to push him over. Cody Hamley to Harrison. Brett Harrison will send it towards the outside boards. Here's Boyd, who just completed the hat trick, looking for more and sliding through. A penalty will be called, a hold it looks like. So the 5th official power play now for Whitby. Have scored 3 goals, including most recently from Boyd. As the holding call, back to the Snipers. After the penalty, we did take the officials' timeout, by the way, as they try to go to the quick stick, looking for Ferris. I think they're going to say that Vredenberg hit this. So there's no over and back, but dangerously close to the shot clock was Pfeiffer, so had to launch down floor and well wide of the net. Six to go in the quarter. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Whitlow crashes into his man. Now Chayton King circling the crease. His shot through traffic hits a body. And now Argent and Boisano collide in the corner. Chayton King, in there as well. Lost control of the ball. Osborne going to take it away. Shoveling it towards the crease was King. And now McKinnon will jog it over center. .45 to go in this Sniper power play. No sense of urgency. Steelhawk power play, Goodchild keeping it high with Lidstone so far. Now down in the corner. Pfeiffer up top. Harrison into double clutch. And then the shot goes wide off the back dasher. And they're going to keep it with the Steelhawks. Looked like the lead official was giving it the way of the Snipers, but Ferris and Lidstone keep it high here on the power play. Return pass for Ferris. Caught a piece of the defender. Went down. Pfeiffer rips a hard shot, and Longboat makes the save. Pfeiffer jousting with his man. Official steps in between him and Rod Squire. Penalty has expired. We got 4.5 to go here in the quarter. Still just 7-goal lead for the Whitby Steelhawks. Ferris running up the near boards. Peroni all the way outside. McGregor spins back away from pressure. Passing across the floor. Fernandez has to go chase it out of the corner. And now the shot off of Longboat. Ferris. Boyd, enough to reset the shot clock. Gets his own rebound as well. And now Boyd needing a screen. Gets one in the form of Lidstone. Through the middle, Ferris turns and fires. And that one's caught by Longboat. And the Snipers will have a chance now. Some shoving between Goodchild and Vandenberg as they share a word or two on their way off the floor. Pass back to the near boards. Josh Miller jogging in. Force Martin into a save. And back for Dalen Hill. Near side, Whitlow. Looking again for Hill. A rebound was there for only a moment before Martin put the paddle down. Outlet pass intended for McKinnon. Goes back into Six Nations territory. And Nick Nigro splits the double team, heads to the crease. And that shot just over top of the net. Went up and hit the rafters as well. And yeah, they're going to say that that didn't touch anything. Highland back for Whitby. Now Lidstone, outside Pfeiffer. Looked off the man up high, takes it to the crease himself, and got stumbled just before he was about to take flight. And that caused the crease violation. Stotts to Argent, down the wall. They keep it here with Dalen Hill. Hill to Whitlow. Closing in on the 2-minute warning. Still a 7-goal cushion for the home side, Whitby Steelhawks. Whitlow spins back again. Rod Squire had to hurry, and a shrug save from Martin, faking behind the back and bringing it back in. The goal, I believe that's Wes Whitlow. It puts the Snipers in double digits. 16-10 as we play the final 2 minutes here of the quarter. Lidstone outside, Goodchild fakes the shot, still with it. Goodchild on the crease. Six Nations come away with the ball, but we'll get the holding call there on Goodchild. Sixth power play of the game coming up to the Steelhawks. Pfeiffer gets it started. 3 goals in the man advantage so far this afternoon. Goodchild up top for Pfeiffer. Behind the back, they go to Lidstone. And that's inside the pad of Jackson Longboat. Couple moves there. Faking himself out. Was defender Tayton Sky. Launches it down floor. And Ty Argent couldn't get there in time to do anything about Riley McKinnon. McKinnon on the run, shoots towards the feet of Longboat. Ball never cleared the crease, and it's, iced again. A weird hop in the crease of Caleb Martin. Pfeiffer, Ferris, back to the corner again. Up top, Pfeiffer, no shot. We are in the final minute of the quarter, by the way, as Ferris can't hang on. This one's going to bounce out. And Riley Hess off to the races. Slams on the brakes. Cross to Argent. He's got LeClaire spying him. Also has Ben Wittich up top. Should he desire to pass there, but Steelhawks are letting him spread the floor a little bit. Keeping John LeClaire on him, and it's going to be LeClaire that pops the ball free. 15 seconds left. We'll see if Ferris wants to go for the shot, or Pfeiffer or any other Steelhawk, or if they're just content with the lead here. They did take it as Vandenberg now goes across to Wittig and had to hurry it with time expiring. Not quite on net. Another 3-1 period for the Whitby Steelhawks, who leads 16-10 after 3. You're watching the Arena Lacrosse League on the JVI Sports Network. Underway for the final frame. Quick stick across the crease. I think if Whitby elects to shoot there, it probably goes in, as they're at the tail end of a power play. They do shoot this time. It's Pfeiffer that got it into the feet of Longboat, who launched it up into the rafters. It came back down just as quick as it left. Had the penalized player back on the floor and down and wide open. Off to our right-hand side. Gaining center is Chandler Allen. Will now pass ball off in the stick of the Snipers, in behind the net. Pfeiffer was there to take the dunk chance away. Martin making the save. Pfeiffer will sidearm up to Highland. You know, Devin Pfeiffer in this game, a goal and 4 assists. Last time these two teams played, he was good for 1 and 7. Ferris 4 and 1 in that game, already with 4 goals. So matching the totals from some of the top players. Around the shoulder here, Whitby trying to keep the play alive is Ferris. And can't do it. A 4 spot for Ferris again in this game. A hat trick for Trent Boyd. How about 4 goals for the captain, Liam Osborne. Meanwhile, crease violation against Six Nations takes a goal away from them. They're trailed by 6. 16-10 here in the final frame. From the outside, Harrison's shot bounces wide and up out of play. A reminder that the rest of the schedule this week is we'll get a conversation about where this ball is going to be. Oshawa Outlaws, Oswego Bears, that'll happen later today as we record this. Brampton Express, Toronto Monarchs played last night. That game already up. And then Peterborough Timbermen, Paris Rivermen. 2 teams with 5 wins looking for second place on the line tomorrow at the ILA. Here's Pfeiffer. Wheels through the top, cuts the D, and the shot just over top of the net. Play back out in front. They got it to Fernandez, but now off and running come the Snipers, and sidearm shot hits the outside of the post. Picked up again. Do Whitby have another run in them? The trailer is Osborne, number 5. Darius Anderson gained control, immediately looked up floor. Riley McKinnon finds his captain, and 5 now for Liam Osborne. Get the socks ready. I don't think he's done. Peroni on the faceoff. They're going to call it a hold. Could easily have gone roughing as took a swing at Sugihara.
Whitby goal number 21 for Montreal. Assist number 44, McKinnon. Number 18, Gareth Sampson.
2.5 gone in this quarter. Third power play here for the Snipers. Came into the game above 50% at 52. Shot there goes off of McKinnon. And now Boisano has a man on him off to the races. The shot just wide. Ran through the crease as well, did Boisano. So they'll turn it back the other way, but power play for the Snipers 0 for 2 through their first couple opportunities here in this game. Chayton King, though, changes that with his hat-trick goal.
Or the last 4 digits?
Early movement from Boisano. Gives it back to Six Nations. We're now 1 for 3 on their power play with the Chayton King hat trick. Whitlow now up to 4 points on the game as he picks up an assist. Snipers trying to work out of the corner. This is Whitlow. He spun back. He got taken down by Boisano. Goes over top of everybody. Get the socks ready. The captain's in all alone again, and there it is on number 6. (18-11). And 6 in the back of the net for the captain, Liam Osborne. Well, look out, here come the Snipers. Little twist shot there from Nick Nigro off the face-off. 4 Steelhawks breaking out this time. Osborne will pass it to Fernandez, who got the shot on net. And Zulian got barreled over. Snipers still with it, though. Trailer here is Wittich. Going for the dunk shot, and I think Pfeiffer might have saved that. I don't think it was Martin. I think it was Devin Pfeiffer. Do it all. Keeps this an 18-11 game. Martin lost control of the ball, and in the crease was Longboat. Penalty here, I don't know. This might be unsportsmanlike against him if he said something. Pfeiffer sidearm. This one will go up into the screen. And yes, indeed. It'll be well, it's the Snipers anyways. I don't think it's Longboat going in. Chayton King giving Whitby their 7th power play here of this game. They lead 18-11. Pfeiffer to Goodchild. Hard pass in the corner for Ferris. Goodchild with it back, looking for Lidstone. Had trouble with it, but he gives to Pfeiffer now. Ferris had it fall out of his stick. Now Pfeiffer behind the back. Hard sidearm shot. Lidstone finds the end glass, and it goes over and back. Pfeiffer and Dalen Hill are on each other. And they're going to call Dalen Hill after much argument from the bench. Wasn't a penalty initially, but Devin Pfeiffer is going to go off for a delay of game.
That was I have to call this thing yelling at. Oh, there's another one. There's another one.
So it looked like we were headed back 4-on-4, but another comment off the bench evens the numbers here. So we're going to play 4-on-4, 4-on-3, excuse me, in favor of Whitby for 1:17. Outside shot there, Harrison. He took a high hit after releasing. Longboat made the save though, and Snipers come up. Wittich for Argent. Make the one-man change over at that Sniper bench. Shot clock not running, so the count is down on the floor. I think it's down to 10. Yes, it is. As Argent is now on the move. Trying to break free of this double team. Finally shoots it through traffic, and that hit nothing before it went up into the rafters. 30 to go. And the 4-on-3. And will be 4-on-4 for another about 20 seconds or so. Boyd. Up top, Ferris. Boyd gets it back already with the hat trick. 5-hole try on Longboat, no good. 8.5 to go in the quarter. Whitby have led ever since they took a 5-4 advantage after that crazy start to the first half of the first quarter. Up to 18-11, as high as it's been, 7 goals. Six Nations got the shot on net, but it originated from behind the goal line, so no good. And then Boisano got knocked down on the far side. And we'll see what this penalty is with Wes Whitlow go to the box. I think it's another 5-minute major. A 5-minute elbowing call. And another power play here for Whitby. Fredenberg will jog it up. Still on the 8 count, never cross center, now it does. And it's Josh Miller that brings it through. Longboat out of the box. The offsetting penalties have expired. The 5 still on the board. Argent trying to kill as much clock as he can. Down under 10 seconds. Argent will flip it behind his back to Vredenberg, picks it up, shovels towards the crease. And Martin will make the save. Osborne. Down the boards to Lidstone. Inside officials timeout territory now in this final quarter. Pfeiffer. Perhaps trying to ice it. Fernandez. Ferris. Pfeiffer. Waiting, no shot. Fernandez now takes it. Down was Longboat. There to meet it. Longboat wants to go all the way down floor and gets it to Chayton King. Somehow missed the roof. And looked like he was in the crease for sure, but he goes and says something to Dylan Gillespie on his way by after potting goal number 4. Peroni and Sugiura back to the face-off dot. Pops out of the stick of the draw taker. Into Ferris. Fake the pass behind the back. Chayton King, 4 goals. He's got one 5-on-5, 4-on-4 on the power play and shorthanded. I don't know. That's some kind of achievement unlocked there, I believe. Devin Pfeiffer down in the corner. Has not scored on the penalty shot tonight, I guess. As this ball lifted up and into the roof. And I'm going to say it's off the Steelhawks, and the Snipers will have the ball after the officials' timeout here in the fourth quarter. 18-12, Whitby lead. Ty Argent gets us restarted. Floor being spread right now by the Snipers, who are still trying to kill off 3 minutes of a 5-minute major. Argent running out of space, though, as he gets met by Peroni and McKinnon, and he's going to draw the penalty, Will Argent. Chayton King picks up the loose ball. Longboat, no time for a shot. He was getting that howitzer loaded. And that'll just about do it for the power play with 2:43 left to go in the major. Peroni called for the cross check. Sends Josh Miller around the corner. Keep your eye on King. Chayton King comes to throw the screen on Hamley, then comes and takes the shot right into the back of Longboat. Picked up here by McKinnon all alone, and save made by Longboat. Nifty pickup by Argent. It's played back by Jordan Mike. First time calling Mike's name on offense today. Rod Squire sends it off the crossbar, it sounded like. But I guess not, as the ball's given back here to Whitby. Oh, man. Liam Osborne's got 7. Boisano goes and changes sticks, takes the long bomb assist stick out of play, brings the face-off twig in. Need to figure out what's in the stick of Liam Osborne now. 7 goals in the game. Just gross. I guess you can't wear a chrome purple bucket and not score, as he then gets blown up by Travis Stotts and is headed down floor again. Likes to turn right and head off, though. Fernandez. 50 seconds left, 4-on-4. Under 5 to play in regulation. Next goal for Whitby will put them at 20. 10 seconds on their shot clock. Harrison bouncing around on the outside. Lidstone lost control of the ball momentarily. Gets it back. His shot wide, and McGregor then can't save the shot clock violation. Dalen Hill, meanwhile, has been sitting on a pair of goals for a while. As has Ty Argent, a 5-point day for Argent. Ball gets too far out of the crease for Martin to pick up. Be sent down to Weller, who's all alone. Was that Boisano again? Not going to matter as the save is made by Longboat. It was indeed number 22, though. Who has been a transition stud for quite some time. Can do it at the face-off dot defensively and lead the attack. Can Matthew Boisano. The dress for Team Canada. NLL draft pick a few years ago. There's Nikolai Ferris now. Boisano heads off. Boyd. It is back to the power play for Whitby after their penalty expired. Pfeiffer around the back. Kevin Pfeiffer, no look, was trying to go onto the crease for Lidstone, intercepted by Vredenberg. And he'll slow it down with Brent Longboat trailing. Over to the far side, Whitlow got past his man, picked up by Longboat, who scores on the crease. There's Boisano back out there with the face-off stick, takes the shot. Longboat, and then took heavily into the end boards. Trail official, the only one that called the penalty. So 9 power plays now on the day. That goal for Six Nations puts them up to 13, past their 12.3 season average. Whitby has long passed their 14.9 as they're at 19. Pfeiffer finds Goodchild cutting through, he scores, and they're now at 20. And another penalty coming to the bench of Six Nations, and the 10th power play coming up to Whitby. Peroni in to take that one. Whitby still control it. Lidstone, after that power play goal, moved it up to 20-13. Still on the man advantage. 10th power play of the day with 4 goals on it. Harrison looked like he ate a chop on his way through. Stick taken out of the hands of Pfeiffer. This one not going to connect. Look out, Zulian. Close there to Caleb Martin. Head on a swivel, time as we're inside 2-minute warning here in the 4th quarter. Lidstone, Boyd. No shot. Now waiting and taking Harrison. Boyd climbs the ladder to save the over and back. Pfeiffer out of the corner. Lidstone. Jogging in, and low shot there from Fernandez. Intercepted. Vredenberg in transition. Martin down, makes the save. .45 seconds left in the power play. Anderson to Pfeiffer. No look, Goodchild. He finds Boyd near side. Pfeiffer going to set up again. 10 on the shot clock. We near the last minute of play. Pfeiffer. 25 to go in the power play. Still no shot. Pfeiffer finally finds a man on the doorstep, and Pfeiffer's got 6 assists on the goal from Lidstone. Wazno back to take the face off. Sugihara wins it. Played back into Six Nations territory, and they will remain without a win. The Snipers dropping to 0-7. Meanwhile, Whitby extending their record to 7-1 atop the Arena Lacrosse League standings. Doesn't matter what else happens the rest of the weekend. Gillespie couldn't bring it down. Snipers pick it back up with what could be the final possession of the game with 20 seconds to go. Our producer and director today was Gary Morrison. On behalf of them and the JVI Sports Network, we thank you for watching. LeClaire eats a chop. And a final penalty going to be called at the buzzer whenever it happens. There's Caleb Martin behind the play, though. He wanted a piece of somebody. Longboat is looking to get involved now, and somebody's jumped over the bench. I think that's Longboat, and now somebody coming off the Whitby side. Hamley. We've got Jackson Longboat over talking to the Whitby bench right at their door. Rod Squire having words. Words coming off the Six Nations bench. There's 1.4 on the clock. We were getting ready to say goodnight. The Snipers weren't going to go without one final word. That'll do it, 21-13, your final score. A 7-1 record atop the Arena Lacrosse League standings for the Whitby Steelhawks. Six Nations Snipers remain without a win, 0-7. The only team still in the league without a victory. Still more action to come. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll find Brampton, Toronto from yesterday. Oshawa Outlaws, those Sweekin Bears coming up later today, and then the Timbermen and Rivermen on Sunday. From Oshawa, we bid you good day. It's another win for the Whitby Steelhawks, 21-13, your final score.